Don't bring me down. Don't bring me, don't.
Now we're going to talk about Sony, because we're all Sony
Ooh.
ponies up in here.
Oh, gotta get the Sony ponies.
Exactly. The first thing they showed was
Destiny.
Destiny. It's your destiny
Yes.
to fight the darkness. We don't even know what the darkness is, but we got to fight it.
That's what happens when you go to bed at night. You have to fight the darkness.
Right.
But I was actually I did like that trailer just because, like, now it kind of gave you a little bit more of a hint that, oh, this game has a story. Okay, cool.
Which is, it better have a story because...
Well, because the last, like, times they've shown it, it's just kind of like, hey, look at all this cool multiplayer stuff. I'm like, okay, does it have a story? Does it have any sort of substance to it? It's like, we do got a story now.
And the weirdest thing is like they were showing off the multiplayer first before the story mode.
Yeah.
It's usually
Which I didn't really get. It's like, you should have showed the story mode to get me interested. Because, like, before, and everybody's like, dude, what do you think of Destiny? I was like, don't really care. Seems cool concept. I don't know. But now I've seen it. I was like, okay, cool.
Right. Now they have a pre-alpha out right now, so you had to sign up for it.
That was one that surprised me. I did it right away because at the conference they're going like, it's like, yeah, we got the beta coming out July 17th, but if you want to play it sooner, starting this Thursday, you can go ahead and sign up at greatnessawaits.com/Destiny. Then you can go sign up for the alpha. I was like, oh shit! So I did that, and I actually got access to it this weekend.
I'm pretty sure it's over soon.
Yeah, I think it's basically over after Sunday.
And so yeah, like what Adam said, the beta is gonna come on July 17th. I think you got to pre-order the game to get it.
Yeah, I think I've somehow managed to get a hold of a code for it. But
so,
I
yeah,
gotta
I'll
send it to me.
definitely pre-order for the PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4 is going to have additional content for it, so this is going to be one of the games you get for the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, that exclusive content, I was actually really surprised how, like, Sony's like, hey, Destiny, we got all this shit, you're gonna be able to play it first. Not on any console, just Sony. I was like, damn, okay, that's kind of a little bit better than DLC.
Exactly.
And also we got that sexy white PS4 Destiny bundle coming out.
Right, too bad we already have a PS4, so it doesn't affect us too much.
Alright, you should totally just trade in your old PS4 so you can get the white PS4. It'll be
I
totally
bet people are going to do that.
They probably would. I wouldn't honestly find it worth it just because, like, oh, cool, I have to get all my re-download everything or get all my saves and all that. It just doesn't seem worth it.
Right. If they sell the white DualShocks by themselves, I'll definitely get one of those.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Fucking buy a white DualShock. Or even the red and blue ones I want.
There's red and blue ones out?
Yeah, they should. That was like showing. Oh, it's not out in America, but I think Japan's the only ones who got them. But I think when the PS4 first launched, for some reason Japan gets these like nice looking red and blue matte finish PS4 controllers.
Oh man, you gotta import it.
Yeah, it'll probably actually work now that I think about it.
Do you remember what the second game was that they showed?
Let me check my notes. The Order 1886.
Yeah, that game was weird. What did you think?
They got a gameplay. It seems interesting. I'm still curious what the whole premise behind it was, but it looks like it's going to be kind of cool. So I don't know. To me, as far as my opinion goes, it seems like it's going to be either hit or miss.
Right. People are going to like it, and people are going to think it's like, oh, it's just another.
Well, because it kind of looks like it could either be
survival horror game.
Yeah, it looks like it could either be really good or it could completely flop. So I kind of got my eye on it because it does actually definitely have my interest and looks cool.
Right. The gameplay that they showed was him fighting. One of the characters was fighting a.
I thought he was fighting a freaking zombie at first, but all of a sudden it's like, oh no, he's a werewolf now. Okay, that was completely random.
Right. And the last thing like they showed was him jumping on the dude, and the trailer's over.
Yeah, because the werewolf got him by the neck, and it was like, oh, what's gonna happen? And doom, was like, oh, suspense.
Kind of like what they did with The Last of Us.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's either gonna be a hit or miss. It's gonna be a third-person shooter, so we'll see how
I'll see how that goes.
Yeah, see how it goes. I'm not really too impressed with the game so far because I played way too much third-person shooters in my day, so it's like whatever. Kind of burnt out.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly what the third game was, but
they showed this new. It's like an indie-ish. Like, I don't know if it's an indie, but it's kind of like it's called Entwined.
Oh yeah, that game kind of got leaked early because
I didn't actually see anything about it beforehand, so it was kind of
No,
the new.
they just said like people were talking about the trademarks that Sony made.
Oh, okay.
So, and one of them was definitely entwined.
That
And of
seems
course,
interesting. The fact that you have to use both thumbsticks to try to maneuver your guys around.
right.
But it was kind of cool that they were like, "Yeah, see this game. Guess what? It's available right now on the PS Store. $10." I'm like, "Whoa, okay."
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't prepare anybody for the game, so
It dropped a Nintendo on us.
right.
I think Nintendo did that when they announced NES Remix. They're going like, "Check out this game where you can play all the classics, and it's available right now." It's like, shit, gotta get on my PlayStation.
Did you actually buy it?
No, no, no. It seems cool. I might check it out one of these times, but I got so many games on my backlog that I don't really need to buy anything else.
Yeah, same here. I don't, like I said, I don't really buy a lot of indie games. So, the next game that I remember that they showed was Little Big Planet 3.
Oh yeah, that one. I was actually surprised when I first saw. I was like, "Oh shit, new Little Big Planet! This is fucking awesome."
So not only that it's another Little Big Planet game, it's not done by Meteor Monocool, whatever the name is. It's done by a different team.
Wasn't
Um,
the Vita one done by a different team?
Probably.
But yeah, I was actually highly surprised when I first saw it. I was like, "Oh
Right.
shit, this is." We're
Not
finally
only
getting
it's on
a
the
new one.
PS4, you get 4 other characters. You get, you get Sackboy, Sackgirl, Sack Transvestite, and Sack Ladyboy.
No, you get the dog, that freaking giant like fat sack person where it can like shrink or change its size. Then you also get that bird.
Right? Because, people love to shrink sizes whenever they can.
Which the bird was kind of cool, just because like the other guy who was controlling Sackboy kept falling off. So I was like, all right, come on. Had to whoever's controlling the bird had to go down, pick him up, get him back up there again.
Right, they were actually showing live gameplay, something that more games should have done this year.
Yeah, so that's gonna be interesting because I remember we both know how much like random fun we had when we were all playing the original Little Big Planet with the created stages.
Right? And speaking of that, guess what they're doing?
What are they doing?
They're making all the stages that people made, all the dick stages, all the fuck stages, all the Skrillex stages,
Yes.
available on Little Big Planet 3 with up-res textures.
So
So
wait, did
you
they
can
take
see
all the
the
ones
8
from Little Big?
equals D clearly.
So did they sit there and basically take all the ones from 1 and 2, then make them available on 3?
Exactly.
Oh god, sounds horrible. I'm amused, but I'm also scared because I mean there were honestly some good stages out of it, but
Right.
there were a lot of just like what the
Some
fuck.
of the stages were good and some of the stages were bad. It
Some
really
stages were cool
depends
for
on what you
we got
find.
some. I mean, there were some stages that were awesome for trophies.
Right. And hopefully this time you can actually download your stages and save them on the hard drive.
Yeah,
It's
it'd be
not
nice.
too much to ask.
Yeah, got awesome
No.
500 gig hard drive.
Mod Nation Racers, you were able to install your maps.
Oh god, I was really hoping to see. That'd be cool if they made a new Mod Nation.
Right?
I don't know why they haven't made a second one. The first
No,
one
they
was
turned
so.
they turned the second one into a Little Big Planet karting.
That was so
And you see how well
stupid.
that did.
Yeah, that was just like, guys, why? You could have easily made a new freaking. Yeah, that racing game we were just talking about that I totally brain farted on.
Mod Nation Racers,
There
one
we
of the
go.
best
That's
racing games ever on PS3.
yeah. I mean, that game was ridiculous. Like, he's like, you don't need to worry about DSC. He's like, hey, what character do you want to play as? Okay, go look him up. There you go. You find like a really high quality made one by somebody else.
Hell yeah.
Fucking Johnny Bravo, Dexter.
Yeah, too bad that game's not going to be announced anytime soon. But yeah, Little Big Planet 3. So if you're interested in Little Big Planet, there you go.
Then we also got some actually surprising one was the new infamous Second Son DLC, the First Light.
Right? And they actually have it with a character named Fetch, the hottest chick in the game.
Hell yeah, she's addicted to drugs.
Oh yeah. She's probably really good at sucking, if you know what I mean.
Oh my. Lollipops of popsicles, you mean?
Oh yeah.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, tickle, tickle. Okay. Anyway. But yeah, but so yeah, it definitely looks cool because we finally get a little bit of backstory on the character Fetch because we kind of got a bit of what she like the well, it looks like it's actually going to touch up more on because remember towards the beginning of the game she was talking about that forgot what the hell his name was that one guy she kept writing his name like everywhere she had like a shrine to
Brent,
him.
her brother.
No. I think it was it her brother. I thought it was a
Uh-huh.
guy she liked. Okay, yeah,
No,
I
her
guess it's her
brother.
brother. Yeah, so it looks like it's gonna maybe go a little bit more into that. And the cool part they mentioned is you don't even have to own the game. So you can literally just download it by itself, but if you do have the game, then you get a bit more content with it.
Right. And I hope they don't do that. I hope they didn't do that on purpose, where they don't tell you a lot of backstory with the characters, so
Yeah,
you can
just so
buy
they
this
can put
DLC.
DLC.
Yeah.
I would be actually if they do keep doing that, I do want to actually play the DLC for the kid who played like video games all the time, who sit there and just like made them into reality.
Eugene.
Yeah, Eugene, he was fucking amusing as shit. I liked him.
Yeah. But yeah, First Light is gonna be out, I think, in August.
Let me look. Yeah, August 2014. No specific date, but we just know it's going to be in that month.
Yeah, and a lot of these games that we're talking about, you can pre-order them on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, so it's not too bad.
Right. Even all the ones that come out in 2015 are ones with no dates.
You can pre-install that shit too.
Yeah, well, a week before the game comes out.
But
But
yeah,
First Light is gonna be like $15. So if you guys are interested in it, I did see it on the PlayStation 4. Something that they did not tell you was the price.
oh, and also forgot to mention Little Big Planet 3 should be coming in November. Forgot whether they mentioned it was going to be this year or next year.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to see. You could, I think if we turn on the PlayStation 4, we can actually see it.
Probably. I couldn't. The game looked like it was decently built, so I don't know whether they've already got most of this built or not.
Well, they've probably been working on it for years.
Yeah, I just didn't bother saying anything until they got like a good chunk to where they can show you exactly how the game's gonna play.
Exactly. So what's next on your list?
Blah blah blah. Bloodborne.
Bloodborne is actually the sequel. I mean, the spiritual successor to either Demon Souls or Dark Souls.
Oh, is that what they do? Yeah, I didn't really get a good hint off what that game was gonna be about.
It's kind of hard to say, but it's gonna be a Dark Souls type of game.
All
So
right.
I guess if you're into that, and you have a PlayStation 4, there you go.
Hopefully, it's not another one of those games where you die over and
It
over again.
is.
Uh,
So, like I said, if you guys are into that, I'm not. I'm personally am not, because I don't like dying.
and that's coming out around 2015. So
Yeah, it makes sense because they just announced that.
then, of course, we got the was it Far Cry 4 gameplay.
Right, which is we both saw that.
So yeah, that kind of goes in a bit more of like all the different stuff you can do. Elephant freaking ramming a truck, and then the cool part they mentioned is the fact that you can do multiplayer, but your friends can actually join into your game even if they don't even own the game.
What? How do they do that?
I know, but that's actually one of the features they technically mentioned when they first launched. They're announcing the PS4.
I bet it has something to do with PlayStation Now and Guide.
That actually, yeah, that would not surprise me. I'm pretty sure that's how because that I noticed that wasn't a launch feature, so that's probably how they're managing to do that.
Okay. But in the press conference, you can actually see gameplay. So
So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then of course we all got right after that we got that awesome Dead Island 2 trailer.
right. At least it wasn't taking itself seriously this time.
Oh yeah, I love that. I was just looking at it because at first I didn't know what the hell that game was. I was just like,
Exactly.
okay, guy's jogging. It's like, oh, okay, looks like he got bitten on the wrist, and all of a sudden you see it's like, okay, so this is definitely a zombie game, but like I almost expected maybe a Left 4 Dead 3 for some reason.
Right. Because
But then also,
because the last Dead Island game wasn't that good, so I don't think they would be making them anymore.
well, I think Riptide was more meant as a DLC kind of thing.
Yeah, we're not talking.
And then they
about
just
that.
like, oh, let's make it a whole game so people spend more money. But yeah, so this one looks really funny just because like they're obviously not taking themselves seriously. Then, let alone at the end of the trailer, I don't know if you caught it, but the voice of the guy who picked up the shoes from that one main zombie, it was actually Jack Black's voice.
I did not recognize that at all.
Yeah, because when he's going like freaking awesome, I was like, oh my god, that's freaking Jack Black. That is awesome.
right?
So I
That's
was actually
cool.
amused by that. So I'm curious if that's going to be a character in the throughout the whole game.
Hey, Jack Black likes to make video game characters, likes to voice video game characters. So
Kung
hopefully
Fu
he becomes
Panda.
more video game characters. At least it's not Troy Baker.
Yeah, it's only voiced in
Troy
everything.
Baker's a good guy, but come on, dude.
Stop
Not in every
voicing
single
everything.
game,
It's gonna be like freaking Johnny Bosch and his voice acting through every fucking anime.
right?
But yeah, then of course they told like, hey guys, we're getting Diablo 3's Ultimate Evil Edition on the PS4.
Oh yeah. So tell me
You
more
got
about
that,
that.
and you get the fancy Last of Us DLC, to where you get to fight like the clickers and all the other infected throughout Last of Us in Diablo 3.
And you get a dungeon too.
Yeah, so I mean, okay, that's kind of cool. I don't know. I mean, I already own it on PC, and honestly, I would prefer it on PC just because the fact that I can point and click exactly where I want to go. So,
Right, but we don't have the expansion, so might as well spend the extra $20
eh,
and get that with the expansion. And
but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like $60 though.
the expansion is 40,
Well, I know, but I mean the. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I see what you're talking about.
so it's
Uh,
like
I don't know. Yeah, it'll depend really.
right. And if some of our other friends are getting it for the PS4, that's better co-op experience.
That is true, but then again, don't like between most of us, we actually own the PC version still. So
Yeah, actually, yeah, we all own the PC version. Well, it's for the people who don't get to play it on the PC, who don't
yeah, I
have
mean, I
the
guess
good PC to play it.
for those people who don't really like playing on PC. Which I'm not a huge PC gamer, but I will play some games on PC.
Yeah. Then speaking of Last of Us DLC, there's that Last of Us remastered on the PS4.
Segway, segwaying that shit. All right, go on.
So pretty much it's the same game with the DLC in there. 1080p, 60 FPS hopefully.
Oh,
On
assume
the
so.
PS4, and I can see why they're making this game because not a lot of people played the game because not a lot of people had the PlayStation 3.
Since you got all those people migrating from Xbox One I mean, from Xbox to PS4, then yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. On my Tomb Raider,
Yeah, I didn't really get Tomb Raider. I was like, okay, that's cool. Got those fancy hair physics that don't really follow gravity, but yeah.
yeah,
Didn't you do a video on that where like she's hanging upside down and her hair is just like flat against her back instead of
hmm
actually hanging down?
yeah. So they could have spent more time on that game.
Yeah, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, this instead of backwards compatibility, it seems like we're getting a lot of the whole. Hey, let's just have a fancy new remake.
Yeah, it's true. It's better than nothing.
But yeah, what was it? But with the PS now going along those lines, looks like we'll be getting about 100 games, I believe, just to play. And it's also coming to what was it? So you can play it on Sony TVs, I guess, if you have the new. I don't know if it's just the newer Bravia TVs or older ones, but apparently you'll be able to hook up a PS3 controller and play
Right, I have
PS3
a
games.
bone to pick with PlayStation now.
Oh yeah, what's that?
The fact that you stream gameplay, the fact that you stream video on the internet,
Hmm.
and I found out my ISP has a data cap on it,
Hmm.
so I'm still infuriated about that. It's a 300 gig data cap that I seem to go over every month.
Oh, they even charge you for that, or they just
No,
kind
they
of drag you
penalize you.
down? Oh, that's kind of gay.
They were really angry that I went over a terabyte on my data cap.
How the hell did you do that?
Watching Supernatural on Netflix.
Really? They get pissed because you're watching? That's fucking Netflix. Who
Well, yeah,
cares?
because it was streaming video in HD, and I watched 8 seasons of that on Netflix, and that was like
Ah,
streaming episodes.
that's stupid. Or how
So,
dare you go over that? It's like, well, it's kind of what the internet's for, damn it.
so yeah, it's a good it's a good concept, but I don't think a lot of internet is going to be ready for that high quality streaming. And
Well, I guess around July 31st, we're going to actually be able to find that out with the open beta that's coming out.
exactly, and we'll see how many fucking internet companies are going to get free-rated about that and
Oh,
throttle that service.
yeah, they're going to throttle your internet so bad. It's going to take like 5 minutes for Facebook or Google to load.
So I'm infuriated with Cox right now about that.
Yeah, it seems kind of stupid. It's like, oh, we're mad at you for watching Netflix. I'm like, really, guys? Really, that's what you're mad about? Okay.
And then it's like, well, if you upgrade to our best internet, you get 400 gigs.
Oh, fuck you guys.
So but going back to the actual service, it's
Yeah.
pretty much you stream the gameplay footage from their location, and it's kind of like Steam's in-home streaming if you tried that service out. But the
I've not
difference
tried
is
that.
you're streaming from their service to yours, to your house, and you get to play a lot of older PlayStation games like The Last of Us,
Hmm.
and PlayStation 1 games probably, and PlayStation 3 games. But that was with the closed beta. They still need to figure out what the best prices are for the game rentals.
Yeah, because from what I've seen, it looks like it's like, hey, you can pay this price to rent this for this many days or a month or a week. I guess it just depends. But
Right, but what if you already own the digital copies of these games? Do you get to keep them, or do you still have to re-rent them or re-buy them just to play
well, I'm
them?
assuming if you own them, then you're not going to really give a crap about renting them. So it also
No,
depends which games are
if I already
showing.
own the
'Cause
digital copy of it, I do not want to rent it because I just want to fucking play it. And
yeah,
if they're gonna pull that shit, then I'm gonna be angry.
but then again, it also depends on what games they're putting on. Because like some of the games they could put on, it could pretty much be an old game, and then it's like, okay, well I could pretty much just get that for the PS3 for like $5 at GameStop.
Yeah, but they're trying to aim this for the people who don't want to hook up to PlayStation 3.
That is true.
So it's gonna be an interesting topic when they release more information about it.
Yeah, so I guess we'll have to see on that.
Yeah, but your data caps, man, they're gonna go through the roof.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it seems like a cool service, but I still have my PS3, so I'll just play it on that. Because honestly, I can't imagine those games looking that good through streaming over internets. Unless you have like ridiculous high-speed internet, then it's not going to look as great.
Right,
But then again, I haven't tried it, so I guess once the open beta comes out, we'll all get to actually find out and see how well this looks.
right, and I can't wait to piss off my ISP.
Oh yeah, they're like, "What are you guys doing? Hey, don't get pissed on me. Talk to Sony. I don't give a shit."
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, next, what else do we got? Magica 2.
Learn to spell again.
I love that. That's just funny because I was like, hey, I remember that game for PC. And I was like, oh, sweet, it's finally coming to consoles. Maybe now we won't have that ridiculously difficult way to set up your fucking key bindings.
Dude, you know we're gonna kill each other.
Oh yeah, I mean, as
And
much
most
as
of the time it's gonna be accident.
it's funny because I actually love that game on PC. I just hated how much of a pain in the ass it was to get a good key binding setup to figure out how you want your spells.
Exactly. And the thing is, it's like for me, it wasn't really that interesting. Maybe I just
Yeah.
haven't played it enough for me to really get into it.
Well, the original was interesting just because the fact that you can sit there and kind of what was it? Kind of combine your powers to create them into different skills and everything.
Right.
So it definitely seems pretty cool.
And I guess Paradox and PlayStation have a agreement now where a lot of their games are going to be on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting actually.
So that's going to be big news because they used to be just PC. And
Yeah.
Magica is a big franchise, really popular too. So
Yeah, that's why I was actually really shocked because I thought it was like that was only specifically PC.
right. Speaking of that, there's also some other games that are going to be released for the PS4.
Oh.
Some old school adventure games by Tim Schafer.
Oh yeah, I was just listening to
Grim
like an older.
Fandango, whatever it's called. I never played it.
Yeah, it's funny too
A lot
because
of
I
people
think
seem to like it.
it's funny because I was just listening to because I have like a backlog of like old IGN podcasts and I was listening to one where they're actually doing wasn't Tim Schafer the guy who did Monkey Islands?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like they were just doing an interview with him, so I thought it was funny. It's like, oh, totally forgot about that.
So yeah, so that's some of the indie games and old school games coming out for the PlayStation.
Hey, you
And
got Broforce.
right, I don't know
I
too
was
much about Broforce.
It looks kind of cool. But yeah, I was just laughing because there are some people on Twitter calling Shuhei Yoshida Brohei Broshida.
Right, all because of some guy on the press conference said it.
Yeah, Brohei Broshida. I was like, oh yeah. He's probably going like, oh my god.
Speaking of the indie game, the best indie game that I saw there was No Man's Sky.
That was an indie game?
Yeah, it's an
Oh,
indie
I
game.
totally forgot that was an indie game.
Yeah, it
Wow, I thought that was
surprisingly.
actually like a full on. I
Yeah,
thought that was a full console game. Holy shit.
no, that's actually an indie game. A couple guys are working on it. I don't know how they're gonna pull it off,
Yeah,
and
that looks ridiculous.
I'm interested in the game just to see how they're gonna pull it off, to see whether it's gonna live up to their expectations and whether it's gonna flop. I'm not
Yeah, just
really
because
interested in the
that.
game itself. I'm just really interested in the story of the game.
Well, that game just seems kind of cool just because, for one, even if multiple people start a new game, it's going to be different for each person because you're not starting at the same point.
Right?
And I also love the fact that you can literally just freaking be on this dinosaur planet, roaming around, just hop in your spaceship, fly off into outer space, and then fly into another planet. Because usually you can't just do that to a game. It's just like, oh, look, you're go to loading screen. Hey, you're in space now. Another loading screen. Okay, you're on this planet. This one, you're literally flying straight off of the planet into the atmosphere.
Right. Yeah. See, it definitely does look interesting though. So if you're into those type of games, it's gonna be awesome. You're gonna have a very big game, a very big indie game
Yeah.
to play. I don't know if they give out any release dates. I don't think they're even close to being done with it.
Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. We didn't get any sort of release dates from it.
Right. So that's it's no big deal. The best games take forever.
True.
Speaking of that, total brain fart.
Ah, you almost had a segue right there. But yeah, we got some Project Morpheus going on.
Oh
Oh, there we
yeah.
go. Speaking of immersive experiences, we got Project Morpheus being shown on the E3. Was it hall? Whatever
Right.
gameplay hall. But
Right.
yeah,
See, our camp
but
spies took some pictures of that, and we saw people using it for jacking off.
hell yeah. What else would you be using that for? Get your
Uh,
hentai games in there and everything.
all right, Sexy Beach 3, here we go.
Fuck yeah. But yeah, so I don't know. I actually got to go look up see if there's actually because really want to see what they're going to be doing with this Project Morpheus. One thing that strikes me is that I could see it's totally something like that for those anime fans who've seen Sword Art Online, maybe making an MMO out of it, or maybe even a Skyrim using maybe a Move controller and then the Project Morpheus.
If you could just imagine if Skyrim was on the PlayStation 4 and you can do that.
Oh god, that'd be ridiculous.
Mod support.
Mod support, fuck yes. But yeah, also, yeah, then they finally announced we get a YouTube app.
What? And you can upload videos straight to YouTube?
Hell yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah, so I actually thought that was pretty cool. It's like, oh, that's actually a really interesting fact.
Awesome.
And we
People
can
are going
just
to
sit there.
upload raw gameplay footage to YouTube. More bullshit that we have to cycle through.
Yay. Because now it's just going to be like, hey, check out this random 15-minute clip that you probably didn't really plan to record. Because I remember, I think one of my friends, he was sitting there uploading some gameplay from his PS3, but it was like literally a 1-minute clips here and there. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, but all right.
I remember we were looking at your old channel. You were using cell phone clips.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Why was I using cell phone clips?
With some
Oh, yeah. That was back when I think that was not even my current
Oh
Project's
no.
gaming
This
channel.
was
That
just
was, I think that was the one time in Assassin's. This was before I even had game capturing stuff, but
oh yeah.
it's in Assassin's Creed, I think Brotherhood, where I found that glitch where like I just like went on, looked down at this guy on the roof, shot him, and then he like went into the roof, started flailing about, then shot into the sky. I'm like, what the fuck? And I pulled this off multiple times, so.
No, okay. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure you can record live commentary with your face cam and all that. Just
Yeah,
don't.
so it definitely seems pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. I
But
just don't want to see a lot of raw gameplay footage out of it.
speaking of recording live gameplay and webcams, we got new Playroom content coming pretty soon.
Awesome. So more people could have sex in the living room with new content.
Exactly. Actually, I think Twitch just kind of banned using Playroom.
Yeah, they banned that shit so fast.
But I'm actually kind of glad to see that they're still kind of continuing to support it because I thought it was just kind of be like, oh, cool, little launch app. Afterwards, it's going to be forgotten. But they actually got some DLC. I recently actually downloaded, tried it out. Pretty fun, actually. I like what they're doing, and the fact that it's getting like it looks like some Little Big Planet DLC. Looks pretty fun.
Okay.
So I'd be interested to see.
I
What
don't have
do.
a PlayStation camera, so I can't use Playroom.
You got to get one of those, man. If you want the Project Morpheus.
Yeah, speaking of that, you can't find them in the store.
I mean, I was seeing them in like a freaking Target and Walmart today.
Well,
Well, at
today.
least maybe not Walmart, but Target.
Well, when I was looking for one, I couldn't find them.
Yeah, because I think actually what I read up is Sony didn't honestly expect that many people to actually want the camera.
So, yeah.
Which is not bad because they got a 15% attach rate for the camera, so that's actually not half bad, really.
Right, so the camera's going to be useful.
Blah, blah, blah. What do we got now? Oh, yeah, we got some new actual gameplay of Mortal Kombat X.
So, what do you think of Mortal Kombat X?
Definitely seems like more Mortal Kombat, but it looks like we're getting some new characters, of course, better graphics. Looks more or less kind of like the same kind of stuff we've seen from the last Mortal Kombat.
Right. And you get 3 different fighting styles for each character, so that's actually pretty cool and
Yeah,
more tactical.
maybe
So.
it might make it so I won't suck as badly at Mortal Kombat, but yeah.
Right. We'll not talk about that.
Yeah, I'm not that great at the game, but either way. What was it? Oh yeah, we got the new Grand Theft Auto 5 announced for next gen consoles.
Woohoo! Finally,
Yeah,
you
I
can
know
see
at first
Trevor
I was
naked a lot clearer.
fuck yes. His dick in HD.
Right. That'd just be a waste if it was only on fucking last gen.
But yeah, I was actually pretty freaking like when I first watched it, I was like, all right, whatever. We got cities. And I looked, I was like, wait, was that just fucking Trevor? And I was like, oh my fucking god! It's
What
finally
really
happening.
stood out to me was Michael doing yoga. I didn't even
Yeah.
notice Trevor.
Yeah, I noticed like I can kind of see it's like that looks pretty cool. Oh my god, they are. They're not. They're not. I was like, oh my god, fuck yes.
Yeah, that
They're
really
fucking beating.
I didn't recognize Franklin at all, but
Yeah, I recognize
when
Franklin,
I
but-
saw Michael in his backyard, that's what really hit it with me.
Yeah, I was really happy because like even on the Xbox, it's like this just seems like it should have been meant for next gen just because of it seemed like it was really pushing that Xbox software hard and everything.
Oh yeah,
Especially that because
when
you
it
had this,
required that 8 GB installation and all
it's
that.
like yeah, here go ahead and install this 8 gig installation off one CD, then go ahead and you have to reinstall the game CD into a different location as to not interrupt the gameplay.
Just imagine if that was only next gen. You know how much the fucking systems would sell.
Oh god, hell yeah, dude! If Grand Theft Auto 5 was only next gen, dude, those things would be flying off their freaking shelves. Imagine if that was imagine if that was a launch title.
Yeah, dude, it's like no one would be buying Assassin's Creed or Call of Duty.
Dude, that would have been
Grand
like
Theft
one of my
Auto.
first games. Like, screw it, gonna be stuck in Grand Theft Auto next gen, and it would have looked amazing for next gen because they're like, holy shit, I can't believe they're this far.
Right, but you know, at the same time, I'm glad it took them a year to do it because not even looks even better if they were to do it in the first place. So,
It's gonna look. I have a feeling it's gonna look really freaking good.
and the best part, it's also coming out for the PC, so potential mod support.
Wait, is it actually coming on PC?
Yeah, it's been confirmed.
Oh, nice. Oh god, I can just.
And Xbox One guys, you know, it's coming out there too, so don't feel left out.
Yeah, it's coming on that system, but yeah, I was just like, God, I'm just looking forward to seeing half the freaking cracked out freaking mods on that game.
Yeah, the mods on number 4 are crazy. Just wait to number 5.
God, can you imagine? Like, look at all these high textured mods we got now.
Yeah. So hopefully they'll make Grand Theft Auto Online better.
Yeah, that'd be kind of nice. I would like
But who
that.
buys it for the online? It's just the story mode and the single player.
No, man, you got to have online if you're playing any sort of game on any system.
Right. Speaking of online, your save file for the online will carry over no matter what system you are on.
Oh, I know. I thought that was actually really cool because like, oh yeah, if you had the 360, you can transfer it to PS4. I'm like, what the? Okay, that is
It's
cool.
it would be kind of hard to do the single player save. So just
Oh,
don't expect a single player save to be carried over. Expect the multiplayer.
that's like I actually thought it was single player save.
No, how I don't know how, but
Yeah.
the
Okay, that
multiplayer
makes.
save is pretty much synced to the Rockstar Social Club. So
Okay, okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I thought they were doing the what was it? The first like the single player save because I was like, how the frick are they doing that? That doesn't even make sense.
who knows? Maybe the single player save, but it makes most sense if it's just multiplayer.
Yeah, that would actually be way easier to do, I would think.
Right. So if you missed out on Grand Theft Auto 5 just because you want to play it next gen, there's your chance this year.
Yeah, it actually came out a lot sooner on next gen than I thought it was going to.
Right. Well, enough people asked for it.
Yeah, it's kind of like, okay, I guess we should probably give this to them.
But you know what's more surprising than Grand Theft Auto 5 being on next gen this soon?
What's that?
Rockstar showed off something at E3.
What was that?
Huh?
Wait, which game was that?
No,
Oh
Rockstar
yeah,
had
yeah.
actually showed something at E3.
Yeah, the fact that they actually was like, what? Them showing something at E3 is unheard of.
Exactly. On a press conference.
But did they never actually do that before?
They're notorious for not showing up for E3.
That's funny, actually.
So, a lot of people were talking about that. So,
So yeah, that was definitely pretty cool for them, at least. Of course, I know some people were wanting a new Red Dead Redemption game.
I want them to re-release the old one.
Oh, what for next gen?
Yeah. It's
That's
still a
just
really good game.
that's true, but I kind of just wish instead of them making us re-buy all these games we've already bought, just to I don't know, create
Well,
some sort
have
of
you
punch.
beaten Red Dead Redemption?
No, but I also got it for $5 on PS3, so
Yeah, I guess so.
they had a flash sale. So I'm like, oh, buying this for $5, hell yeah.
There you go. So what
Oh
else
yeah.
is on your list?
Oh yeah, new Batman Arkham Knight gameplay.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
That gameplay looks fucking badass.
So apparently, if you're killing machinery, you're using real bullets.
No, no,
And
yeah, and if you're killing humans, you're using rubber bullets
so what
because
happens if you run
Batman
over
can't.
someone?
Don't worry, you got rubber wheels.
Your wheels transform into pillows.
Pillow wheels. No, they transform into Jello. Don't worry, it's just Jello, folks. But yeah, otherwise that looks the part that looked freaking badass is when he was just like he just dove straight down from the building.
Yeah.
You just see him like diving down, then he eventually just like glides down. Then especially when he was going up the stairs to his Batmobile, then he's just literally knocking all the railing away.
So that's
So it definitely seems
so
really
if you're
freaking
into the
cool.
Batman Arkham games, that would be a good game for you.
Well, I mean, after
It's
Origins,
actually
so
developed by Rocksteady,
yes,
so
because
not the
Origins
same
was
guys who
in.
did Origins. So you'd be in good hands. And
Oh,
it's
not the
gonna
guys who
be
did Origins, the guys who did Arkham City and Arkham Asylum.
well, no, I said it's not gonna be by the guys who
Oh,
did
okay,
Origins.
okay,
So
yeah.
it's only gonna be on PS4 and Xbox One and PC.
Which is cool.
So
Because we're
last
finally
gen
getting.
guys upgrade.
Yeah, because I'm glad we're finally getting games for. What is it? That are specifically only made for new gen consoles.
Exactly.
But I guess it's not bad
Or the
this
PC.
time around because technically, yeah, as I already said, the last gen people are getting a lot more support than they would have in the past. So
The last gen just needs to die.
yeah, I mean they've gotten almost a full year of support as it is right now. They're getting so many of the good games that are also on PS4 and Xbox One. So
Right. But I'm still angry we didn't get South Park.
yeah, well, whatever. I mean, that's not really going to look much better on the next gen consoles.
Yeah, so the Batman, unfortunately that game has been pushed to
2015.
2015.
I know. I was like, oh man. Well, I mean, I guess that's. I don't. I would kind of mind that, but I also kind of don't mind it just because There's literally so many fucking games launching between September through December. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know how the heck I'm gonna keep up with all the games.
I'm not. I'm just only gonna buy like 2 or 3 of them and just
Yeah,
be
I'll
done
just
with it.
like I might buy 2 or 3 and just like, all right, rest Christmas gifts.
Exactly. That's what you're gonna have to do because October this year is gonna be filled with games.
Oh god, especially then also I think December. Well, don't want to mention Nintendo yet, but then we got Smash Bros. But then we got Far Cry. God, there's just some. It's hard to really list
Yeah,
out.
I
There's
guess
Assassin's
now we
Creed.
just finish up the Sony
Yeah, let
stuff.
me check. See. Oh yeah, then also the what was it? PS4 is gonna have that exclusive Scarecrow DLC that's coming to it.
Oh yeah.
And of course, wait, how do we almost skip the most important trailer at the very end? Uncharted 4.
Because we haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, but you said that we're almost done though.
We are almost done.
All right.
So
Let's do
Uncharted
this.
4, they actually showed a CGI trailer with
Yes. Only hey, it's
Nathan Drake. He's a little older. You can actually clearly see the wedding ring on him. So he's married to someone. We don't know who. It's probably Elena.
ooh. But yeah,
Uh,
was it? Yeah, I do. The freaking facial animation looks so ridiculous on it now.
right. The graphics do look great, but it's a CGI trailer. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, but
And
I mean, I'm
that
glad at
game is
least.
coming out 2015.
But at least we finally got a little bit more than a sandy background. Say Uncharted 4. Like
Okay.
woo. What's up?
I said it. I just said okay.
Yeah.
Um, so there's not too much gameplay on it, but I trust Naughty Dog, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna make a good game.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people were worried about with all the big important people kind of leaving right in the beginning of the project. So we're like, what's going on with this game? But at least we got a bit of a gameplay trailer. We're going to kind of get a hold on what the story's about. So I feel a little bit better on it now.
Right. So
But
overall, what did you think of Sony's conference?
I honestly enjoyed it. I mean, honestly, this year a lot of the conferences I enjoyed. So yeah, Sony's one was definitely really good. We saw a lot of freaking cool stuff, just like Microsoft. So I definitely was enjoying myself.